Hey, alright, in this video we are going to be showing every single layer out of the 13 layers that I've shown here. I'm showing you right now. I'll show you every single block you gotta place and where you'll be placing them so that you can eventually get this entire build. This is the finished product. And this will play the Pokemon Trainer Battle song from Red, Blue, and Yellow. You will be needing a give or take material list. Give or take 2,000 dirt. You don't have to need grass blocks. You can ignore that. Just treat it as if it's dirt. So that's about 2,000 of those. A little bit more, 2,100 maybe. 1,142 note blocks, 888 redstone dust, 629 redstone repeaters, 533 oak planks, 465 dirt is included. You gotta add the grass blocks, so it's a 2,100-ish. Then the 131 clay blocks, 11 sticky pistons, 6 blocks of gold, 5 blocks of redstone, a lever, and a stone button. Yes, it matters what kind of button it is. A spruce button and a stone, well, any wooden button compared to a stone button is a different length of redstone time. So let's say you've got a spruce button here and a stone button here, and now we put redstone. I should have some in my inventory. We put redstone out like so. If I press this one and this one, they go out at the same time, even though I pressed this one way earlier. If I do it the other way around, that one is out way before the other one. If you don't, like, if I'm not pressing them quickly enough for you, let me see. The stone one is a shorter pulse. It's a 10 tick pulse, while the wooden one is a 15 tick pulse. Now, it doesn't matter that much, but just to make sure that small bit of matter doesn't end up breaking anything in this system, you should use a stone button. You don't need any observers. Like I showed you the list. No observers, just that stuff. Now, the first thing you want to do is clear out a 47 by 36 area. You don't have to fully clear it out if you don't want to. You can just dig holes for all this stuff. But you will need these exact blocks that I'm showing you right here. Let's start by saying every single block you'll need to be placing on this layer. Not much. This first layer is just going to be the blocks we'll be using to either place redstone on top, or we're putting note blocks on top of them in the second layer over there. So, first things first, this is going to be your well, it's not your starting layer, but it's the starting layer of the build. Orientation, left, right, whatever, doesn't really matter, north, south, as long as you make sure that this corner right here is always the same for you. So don't, when we start on the second layer, don't start building that corner over there. Kind of logical, I'm just making sure everyone knows. So first things first, we place oak planks, grass block diagonal of it, oak and clay diagonal of those, grass block, well, let's say dirt. Let's change this to dirt so y'all don't get confused. Make that dirt. So this dirt, you can just keep placing in a straight line almost, as long as you have air blocks in between. And then from time to time, in between them, on the sides of the air, you will be placing other blocks. So from the first block you place, which is an oak plank, right here, right? This is the oak plank. Second block is going to be the dirt, and the third one is the clay and the oak over here. This stick, by the way, is from Lightmatica. It's just to highlight stuff right now. You don't need this mod to do this. It's just so it shows more easily. So yeah. So in this section, you'll be placing a length of 39, and you'll be alternating between dirt and air inside that length. So that means you should place, give or take, 20 dirt blocks in that section. It does not matter if they turn to grass. It's fine. They do the same thing. They're just here to make sure that note blocks are the heart. So if you use this resource pack that will be in the description, I do recommend using it because it makes your life so much easier. So if you don't have the texture pack, all the note blocks will just look like this right over here. You will not see which instrument is going to be playing. You will not see the note or the actual number that the note block is thinking of. If you have a mod installed that shows at the top like note block, hop, F sharp, or G, whatever that one means, I forget, that might help. But at the same time, this is number 6 for a C. But there's also right here C sharp at 7, and there is another C at 18. So you might not recognize, like this will say flute C18, and the only thing that's different up in the notation at the top is the color of the note. So this one's white at 6, and then at 18, that's over here. At 18, it's yellow. Now, I'm not sure if there's another C in between those at the top of my head. There's a lot of note blocks, so yeah, I don't remember every single one of them. But let's leave that for later. So you've placed your 39 long patch of 20 dirt blocks with air in between. The first one's gonna have oak on the full diagonal of it, clay on this side, and then from the clay you'll skip one, put oak, skip one, put oak, skip one, put oak, skip, put oak. Same thing in this patch of 39, which is just moved left once. So you're always going to be touching the air block in front of the dirt or in between the dirts. And it'll be oak plank, clay, oak plank, oak plank, oak plank, oak plank, oak plank, oak plank, oak planks. It can be other types of planks as long as it's a plank. Then clay. So let me count this so it's easier to remember. We'll do 1 oak, 1 clay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 oak planks. So it's 1 plank, 1 clay, 7 planks. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clay, 3 more planks. All right. And then that's on the left side of the dirt patch. On the right side of the dirt patch, you'll place 1 oak plank at the starting dirt. So 1 behind the starting dirt on the right side of the air block. You'll place 1 oak plank. Then you'll skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 air spots. So where this clay starts, you'll move to the right of it, skip the air block, put a oak plank right here, and you'll be placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 oak planks in a row with air blocks in between them. All right, so that will be the very first lane that you place. And now I will start going a little bit faster with this because it's already been 10 minutes of just explaining this very first area. So let's speed up a little. Same feel over here. The dirt, 39, same path, exactly same, but it needs to be 2 air blocks between the old dirt patch that you placed. So this one was placed, go 2 skips of air blocks, place the next one. Now you can do the same thing for the next one, because these dirt blocks are going to be in the exact same spot for this bottom layer all the way backwards and all the way to the side. So you make a grid. We can make a grid out of this, right? The grid is going to be 31 from right here to right here. And you are placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dirt blocks in those 31. So place 1, skip 2, place 1, skip 2, right? Do that. I said 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, my bad. 11 times with 2 blocks in between all of them. Once you've done that, you can do the same thing going from the starting block all the way to the back of the 39. Oh, I double clicked, my bad. Of the 39, and place the 20 total dirt, and then do that all the way till you're filled the entire field with the dirt blocks that you're placing. Meaning we are doing 11 by 20 in a area that is 39 by 31. So once you've done all of that, on the second row that we're going to be filling in with the oak planks and clay, the very first air block is going to have oak next to it, then it's a skip, then it's another oak, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clay in a row. And once you start with the clay on the right side, you will accompany that with 8 oak planks as well. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you've finished the 8 clay and the 8 oak planks, you can skip 1 air for the entire row, for that line, I mean. And then it's an oak plank on the left. Then skip 1 air again, oak plank on the left, skip 1 air again, oak plank on the left, skip 1 air again, oak plank on the left, skip again in the middle, and then oak plank at the end. So the first 2 rows will look like this. And then we're going to start on the 3rd row. We place a plank left in front of this, place a following one and a following one. So you're going to have 3 oak planks right here. Then we're skipping 1, placing another oak plank, skipping 1 again, placing another oak plank. So it'll be plank, air, plank, air, plank, air, 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 plank, air, 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 plank. 3 times air, 1 plank, 3 times air, clay. The moment you place this clay, you can go to the right 2 blocks, place an oak plank as well. Then further towards the end of our path, we make 1 air block, planks. On the left, 1 clay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clay in a row. And all those 7 clay are going to have an oak plank on the right side of it, on the right side of the dirt, in between the 2 dirt blocks, but you know what I mean, right? You can see it. So once you've placed all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clay and 7 oak planks, we're going to do another oak plank, but this time on the left side, behind the clay, skipping 1 for an air block, and then skipping another air block and making plank. That is done on lane 3. I'm going to go back to the start for lane 4. Lane 4 will not have any oak planks at the front. We're going to have 1 after the dirt and another 1 after the dirt, and then it's a clay. And then on the right side, we're going to have an oak plank, and on the left side next after that, another oak plank, then the air block, clay. On the right side, it's going to have oak planks, and then from the clay, we're going forwards again, skipping the dirt blocks lane to place a oak plank, dirt block lane, oak plank, dirt block, air lane. We want to keep this air at all times, clay, and a oak plank on the right side. Then this is a dirt block again, of course, It might already be grass in your world, but let's assume it's a dirt block. Oak plank, clay. Oak plank, clay, oak plank, clay. Now, when we do clay, there's also going to be oak planks on this specific row. Most of the time, if we do clay, we'll have oak planks on the other side. As you can see, do make sure you put the clay and the oak on the right side as I'm showing you, because in the other layers, the note blocks that are going to go on top will have their instrument decided by what's underneath them. So if there's dirt underneath them, it's a harp. This shows as a piano, which, I mean, you can count it as a piano, you can count it as a harp. Minecraft Wiki calls it a harp, and the in-game identifier at the top calls it a harp as well. This data pack is a bit old, or the resource pack that shows this, but it's good enough for what I'm trying to do with it. So the clay makes it a flute, and the oak planks make it a bass. So we want to make sure that this is right, because if you're following the next parts where we need to right-click it X amount of times to get the exact right note, right? If these two are flipped and you need to put an 18 on the flute, but you end up putting it on the bass, the song is going to sound completely different. Therefore, make sure you do this exactly as I'm showing you. So after this clay and oak, we're going to do dirt, oak again, dirt, clay with oak, oak. And then we're going to start on the next row. I'm going to select this like so I don't forget what row we're in, because it's a lot of rows. Like, this is still layer 1 out of 13. I am explaining it very, very detailed though, I believe. So you could skip through this if you feel like you've already seen what you need to place, or just play it at 2x speed or something like that, 5x speed. I don't know if YouTube lets you, but so yeah, for this next row, this is going to be the 5th row. We are going to be placing a oak plank on the right and a clay on the left. Then there's our starting dirt. Plank, clay and oak plank, clay and oak plank, clay and oak plank, clay and oak plank, clay, oak plank, clay with an oak plank, clay with an oak plank, nothing at the end. And then we're going to go to the next row. This starts out as just dirt, there's nothing in front of the dirt, then there's a oak, another oak, or another plank. After that, there's another 2 planks, so this starts, row 6 starts with 4 planks after the first dirt block, and then this is going to be your first gold block that you need to place. On the right of that, there's also going to be a plank. Then after the gold block, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 oak planks, as you can see. And none of those have anything on this side, on the other side. So just 7 oak planks after the gold block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then another gold block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more planks after the gold block. All right. Then we're going to go to our next row, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th row. We're going to start with an oak plank on the left, and then it's the dirt block starting area. Then another oak plank, another oak plank. So 3 oak planks, and then we're going to have a gold block with an oak plank on the right of it. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 oak planks again. You can already see a pattern starting here. 7 oak planks in between the 2 gold blocks. Count this as another gold block. So this 7th row is going to have 2 gold blocks in it, and they're not in line with the ones next to it. So make sure that they are not on the same area. They need to be a little bit apart. So 7 oak planks, gold block. This gold block has a oak plank on the right of it, on the right of the dirt, on the air block, whatever you want to call it. Then we're skipping 1. This does not have any extra blocks in between the 2 dirt. Then it's a oak plank again, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak planks, and then at the end there's nothing. So we're going to go to the 8th row now. 8th row does not have anything at the starting line. Then the first, second are both oak planks. The third is a clay block with a oak plank on the right of it. Then the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th are all oak planks. So after the clay block, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 oak planks. And then there's another clay block with oak planks on the side. The initial clay block also has oak planks on the side, remember that. After the second clay block in this 8th row, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more oak planks and another clay block with a oak plank on the side of it, and then another oak plank at the final end of row 8. Then we're going to go to row 9, which does have a oak plank at the starting line. So we're going to start out with the oak plank, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more oak planks behind it. Then we're going to place a clay block, and on the right side of that, skipping the air block, we're going to have a oak plank again. Then in between these two clay blocks, because from this clay block we're going to go oak plank, clay block with planks on the side, then another 2 oak planks, clay block and oak on the side, 2 more clay oak planks and a clay block with oak on the side, and then there is 4 oak planks, clay block, oak on the side, and 1 more oak plank, and that is the end of our 9th row. Then on the 10th row, it's gonna not have anything in the front 3 blocks in front of the dirt, and on the second note of this line, we're gonna be placing a clay block on the left and a oak plank on the right, and then on the second one is a oak plank, third one clay block and oak plank on the right. And then from the clay, we're going to go further into the line. We're going to place 2 more oak planks, and then another clay block with oak on the right side. From the clay block, we're going to go and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more oak planks towards the ending of our lane. And then we're going to place a clay block with oak on the side. Then from the clay block, we're going to go towards the lane again, place 1 more oak plank. And then after that oak plank, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clay blocks in between the dirts, of course. And then on the other side of that, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oak planks. And that is going to be the end of your 9th row. Then in the 10th row, is it the 10th row? Am I shitting myself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's the 11th row. This was the 10th row. I'm sorry. See, even though I'm marking it, I'm making mistakes in what I'm saying. So the 11th row, that was the 10th row, my bad. And the 11th row, we're going to start with a oak plank on the left starting spot. Then we're going to have the dirt block that we need. From there, we're going to have clay on the left, oak planks on the right. And then from the clay towards the ending, we're going to have 1 more oak plank. Then it's a clay block with oak on the side. And then from the clay block further in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oak planks, then a clay block with oak on the side, and then from the clay block further again, 1, 2 oak planks, and then a clay block with oak on the side, and then from the clay block further again, it's another oak plank, another clay, another oak plank, another clay, another oak plank, another clay. Now these clays from here all have their own oak plank on the side as well, so this ending area is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 clay with 4 oak planks on the side, and that is the first layer explained. Once you've done this, you should now have built this entire thing. I didn't even fully select it. You see that? Let me fix that. There you go. You should now have this entire first layer as shown, placed in your world. This is a quick shot from above so you can see the corner that we started in was over there. Let me select it for you. Over there is where we started, and over there is where we ended. So we started at the blue corner and we went to the red corner. Make sure that it looks the same. Ignore the fact that there's dirt patches in between. It's when we were placing stuff. These should be grass patches, but there's too much stuff above me blocking natural light, so they might actually not grow grass right now. All right, so onto our second layer. This second layer, in this case, is going to be having us placing no clay, no oak planks, no gold blocks. We're placing note blocks, redstone dust, redstone repeaters. As you, oh, we're not even placing repeaters yet. My bad. It's just note blocks and redstone. Now we're gonna start on row 1 again. So let me build up a little bit here so you can see. Row 1. On top of the planks, you're gonna place a note block. Then against that note block, you'll be placing a dirt block, or if you think it's easier to not mess with the note block, you can place your redstone first. You can place your redstone first, then walk a bit backwards, aim at the side of the redstone, and place the dirt on there. What did I just do? I'm pretty sure we needed that. Let me check. Yes, we needed that. Alright, let me get rid of this pillar before I mess up again. We'll put it right here. Okay, so. Did we need that? Yes. I had to make sure on layer 3. That was layer like 5, I think. So, we have these two placed from this redstone, right? We're placing the redstone or the note block. We're placing these two, and then once you've placed this note block, make sure that you're clicking it 13 times. If you do not have the resource pack 3D, it might say incompatible. Just ignore it. It's meant for 1.19. We're in 1.121. 1.21.1. It still works. It still shows what you need to know. 3D note block displays. Just enable that at the top, just like I'm showing you right here. It's supposed to be on the selected side all the way at the top. If you do not have this resource pack, this is what you'll be seeing. So you will be needing to look at F3, and then on the right here, you will have to keep an eye on instrument base note 13. So when you place, see this one says hub note 13. So this would not have been the right one to place here because it doesn't have planks below it. Now it's the right one. Now it's the exact same one as that. Therefore, using the resource pack, it'll say that, and you just click no. I want to use it anyway. Press done, and now you can see it's the exact same icon, exact same number. So we did place this one correctly. If I placed it like so, I would have to look on the right in the F3 menu to look at what node it is while I'm right-clicking it to 13. If you by any chance go above what you need by accident, because you're not using the resource pack and you just notice it in the F3 menu, there's two ways of fixing it. One of them is going to 24 and then it resets back to 0. And then you can click all the way back to where you need to be, or you just break it, replace it. If you have an axe, let me get an actual axe, and you are in survival, you can break these and they just pop down and you can use them again, right? So let's start. This is where it's going to get very complicated very quickly. So what you want to do is we're going to first place all the dirt, right? It's to make our lives easier. Let me get rid of my F3 menu. Or place all the redstone if you'd like. I'll build it right here, right? I'll build it on top of this. So at the end, we'll have the top one down here. So all the redstone on all this dirt. Just make all of this redstone. Oh, see if it does that, make sure to break it. We want to make sure that it's only on top of this dirt, not in between it. That needs to stay air. So let's place all of this. It's going to take a while. You might be faster at it than me. might have mods that let you do it easier. I mean, I could world edit it, but I'm trying to show all of you every single step, which is why this video is most likely going to be nearly like 2 hours, if not longer, just to build this. You might want to just pause the video from time to time and take a break. I might not, because I want to get this finished. And I'm showing every single step instead of just going, well, do this, and then doing the steps because that's easy. And this is also easy. Main reason I'm doing it this way is it's less editing, and it shows you every single step in maximum detail. Because if I were to just go, alright, this is the first layer, copy it. This is the second layer, copy it. You will not be able to copy, like let's say I fly over here, I fly right here. How are you going to copy every single one of those instruments on the right note? Oh, even if I were to fly high enough, there's no way you're going to be able to make out what note that is, even though it's like F sharp 12 on a harp, so that's floating in the air, right? You might make out some, but not all of them, right? Yeah, you'll place the blocks in the right spot, but they won't have the right note. So yeah, let's resume placing this redstone. I don't think I'll be tuning all of mine on here though to those exact. I'll show you one by one, all of them. So yeah, you've placed all the redstone. Grab dirt. The main reason we're building with dirt is so that we don't mess with the redstone note blocks. So place these two, and then place that one, and then between all the redstone, we are placing dirt. Now this can take a while if you're just doing it with the redstone, so let's place all the note blocks first. Just place it on top of every single block that is placeable, that it isn't your dirt, right? This is all gonna be note blocks. And if you have spots like this where there's nothing, I'll show you right now. It's gonna have we're gonna place it after we place the dirt. See, this one's floating. It's floating above nothing below it because it needs to be a harp or a piano in this case with the icon. So yes, I could put a dirt here and then place it. It'll stay the same. But that is more resources that you might need to use. So we'll place it after we place this dirt, like so. We can fill them in at that point. If that doesn't make sense, I apologize, but that is the easiest way I can explain it. So yeah, let's fill in all the other oak, planks, and clay blocks with the note blocks. If you want, you could have done this while building the actual bottom layer as well. Might have been easier, I'm not sure. I'm just doing it now because now we're starting on the second layer. Oh, if you do that by accident, just either replace it or leave it. It doesn't matter for now. We're going to tune it later anyway. We're going to be tuning every single layer once we've placed the note blocks. And then once we start the second layer, like the building the layer above it, we do not want to touch any of the note blocks anymore. At least just make sure you don't accidentally like right click them, because it's going to be a pain if you don't remember what note it was supposed to have, because then you got to either go back into the video and check, or you are going to not even realize you did it and the song's going to sound different for you. So let's place all of these. We're almost done with the easy ones. Almost. So yeah, I wish I had something like a builder's one that would actually work for this, but I don't. Builder's one would not even work for this, I'll be honest. The only thing that could make this easier is maybe using Lightmatica and then having it build for me while I just run around. Although I'm not sure if Lightmatica can do that. I know that there's a mod called Schematica, I believe, that can do that. But I don't have that on this mod pack right now, so yeah. So we've placed every single note block on top of the other blocks that it can place. They all have redstone. So now we're going to be filling in the open spots in between with dirt, like so. Just make sure there's dirt between every single redstone piece and the note block. If there's no dirt, we need to place it. Oh, you see how that was a mistake? I needed to place it right here. And same with this one, I need to place it against it. So make sure you keep it in line. Most of the time you'll be placing dirt. It's going to be in between where the note blocks are supposed to be going. So right here you can see I don't have anything to place it on, so I need to place it on the redstone. And I could place it off of there and then break it. It's not the end of the world. We just want to make sure that we don't leave any blocks that do not belong, right? So let's finish up all of this. Now I can cut it in editing software and stuff. I am not gonna, because that is maybe less video footage for you guys to watch, but it is also a lot more work than I'm already putting into making this video, and I honestly can't be asked to video edit this myself right now. Keep in mind, it is past midnight for me while I'm building this, for y'all to enjoy. So as you can see right here, there is no note block here, so I need to put the dirt behind it. So we always want to make sure that this ends at the exact same line, as you can see. So we need to make sure that every line has a dirt block at the very start of it, as well as at the very end of it. You'll understand at the third layer why we need those, but it's to place the redstone repeaters on top, honestly. It's not rocket science. Okay, let's go through this. Okay. So yeah, another one at the very front, everything here. So this is going to be one of the big time sinks, placing this dirt, placing... The biggest time sink you're going to have is tuning every single one of those note blocks, I'll be completely honest. That's going to be a pain. Just think of it this way. My explaining has taken 40 minutes and we're almost at the time where we need to start tuning the very first layer of note blocks. Allow me to count how many note blocks there are in total. On layers, I mean. So this is the first layer that we're going to be tuning in a bit. Then there's a second smaller layer right above that. That is going to be part of layer 3 at the bottom, while we're building. That is also going to need tuning. Then layer 4 is just placing a lot of blocks again. Layer 5, oh, my head's stuck. Layer 5 is going to be tuning a lot of note blocks again. Layer 6 is going to be tuning some note blocks again, as well as these ones. Layer 7 is going to be placing a lot of blocks again. Layer 8 is going to be a lot of tuning again and placing note blocks. And then layer 9 is going to be another layer of a couple note blocks that we need to tune. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of note blocks that we need to tune. We're 40 minutes in, and we are almost done with placing the second layer of blocks to where we can actually start tuning. I say that we're still going to check where we need to place our heart blocks as well. Oh well, we need to place more note blocks. There's note blocks missing, so we're gonna have to figure that out while we go. Which honestly, I might use Lightmatica for that so that we have a more easy overview for it. Because I want you guys to be able to understand it more easily as well. It's not just to make my own life easier or anything. Alright, we're almost done with the dirt. Only 3 more layers of layer 2. That is not where that dirt belongs. It needs to be on this side. Did I mess up on that anywhere else? No. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. One more dirt at the start. Making sure everything has one. Okay. Last row of dirt is going to be placed for layer 2. Alright. All the dirt is placed. Now let me quickly make our lives easier. That should encompass everything. Area editor, layer 2, set, save, save. And then go right here. Go right here. Load, layer 2. Load schematica. Ooh, it's a bit offset. Let's teleport it right here. Loaded. Reload. No, not reload. Wait. Schematica manager. Oh, wait. Area. Load schematica placements. This one. Configure. Multiplayer. It is off by a little bit still. Schematica placements, configure, and then let's move it. Did I wait a second? Did I skip dirt blocks? I did skip dirt blocks. Okay. Wait, why is it? Oh, because it's grass. Okay, so these red marks are because there is grass here instead of dirt. So we're gonna ignore some of the red. We're gonna connect these rows. Let me wait, can I do that real quick? So we need to connect this with dirt, as you can see right here. So on this side, the first one is not connected to anything, and then the second is to the third, the fourth to the fifth, the sixth to the seventh to the eighth, and we're just gonna go around making sure that they're connected. So that one, and then it's that one, as you can see right here. That is correct. It goes in between those two, as you can see, in between those two. And same over here, same over here, same over here. Now if I were to placement on, you can see it's still red. So let me actually start placing grass blocks because it's easier that way. You can see the moment I place the red block, it updates and stops being mad at me. This is the benefit of using Lightmatica. Although you'd need so much if I were to give my Lightmatica file, as you can see. There we go. But the main reason I was loading this is you can see the blue marks for where we are lacking our extra note blocks. I'm placing these right now pretty quickly. I'll go over them in a minute when we're tuning them so that you can actually see every single one of them. I'm just trying to build this as easily as I can. So on the other side, we also want to connect them. We are connecting the first to the second, the third to the fourth, instead of the fourth to the fifth, right? So it's the other way around, so it's snaking. Right? And then the end is a little jab to the side, as you can see right here, a little jab to the side. It's actually supposed to be one long, apparently. It's too long because we are going to be doing this with it later. Alright. So, I still need to place more note blocks in this. I highly recommend Lightmatica, honestly. But please do watch the video. Give me my watch time. I'm messing with you. But do subscribe. This took a lot of time to get this figured out, and I'm glad I had help by RiverGod. That's his Twitch. I'm saying his. I'm not sure if it's a he. That is their Twitch handle. So yeah. Alright, there's no more blue, as you can see, it's just the red. And the red's mainly because there's no grass, but I can fix that very easily. Let me do this. Sprint. Let's go 10M. Let's go 1,000 seconds. So this is just making my game run ticks very quickly, and a random tick will hit the dirt block, causing it to update and become grass. Now the middle ones will not, because there's stuff above it, so if I want those to actually do that, I gotta manually replace them. Let's do that real quick. So that you can actually see this become colorless overlaid. Oh god, a lot of red. I understand that this is also making the video take way longer than it has to be, but it is also making it easier on you in the long run, so please bear with me. Okay. I'm just gonna break all the dirt real quick and then go back and place it. That was one thing. So all these note blocks being yellow, like having a yellow box around it, is because they are not tuned properly. Now, apparently it's claiming that that needs to be a dirt block, which I don't really agree with, but let's give it what it wants so it doesn't bother me with its whining. No, that can never change now. Just, alright. So this first one, we are going to want to tune it So right now we've placed everything, right? As you can see, everything's placed. I'm gonna stop loading this. And we're gonna go to layer 2, the starting corner of row 1. Your first note on the guitar, the bass guitar, is gonna be a G13. So you will want to click this 13 times. Let me fly over to this one so you can see it. 13 times. Then the next step is gonna have 2 more notes, and we gotta tune those as well. 10 times on the flute, which is the one on the clay, and the one on the oak planks on that side is gonna be number 6, 6 right clicks. Then the next one is gonna be a 13 right clicks, and we are going to go to the next one, which is going to be 6 right clicks. The next one is going to be 13 right clicks. Then the next one is going to be 6 right clicks. And the one behind us on the open air is going to be 12 right clicks. Then the very next one is going to be 13 right clicks. And the next one is going to be 6. And the next one is 13. Then the flute is 6, and the one behind us on the oak is also 6. The oak next to that is 12. The flute is 5. The flute after that is 8. The bass is 5. The flute is 10. The bass guitar is 12. The flute on the right of that, the next one is 12. The bass guitar is 5. Oops, I went too far. I will replace it and go to 5 again. I did it again. I'm clicking way too fast. I'm trying to speed through this. The flute is at 13 on the next one. And this one is a bass at 12. This is a 7. This is a 5. This flute is a 5. This bass is a 12. This bass on the next one is a 5. The next bass is a 12. The next bass is a 5. That's the end of row 1. We're going to walk along to the start, the actual start of row 2 instead of the end of row 2 where we started building off layer 1. So make sure that you just keep walking along, otherwise it's going to sound different. And then right here, this one's going to be a 12. It's a bass 12. And then the next bass is a 5. The harp or piano behind us is a 8. The piano after that one is a 8. The bass after that one is a 12. The piano behind us is a 10. Go to the next one. Piano is an 11. The piano after that is a 12. And the bass is a 5. The piano after that is a 12. The bass after that is a 12. And the piano is an 11. The piano after that is a 10. The flute after that is a 5. The bass is also a 5. The flute after that one is a 4. And the bass is an 11. The bass after that one is a 4. The flute after that one is a 6. The flute after that one is an 8. And the bass is an 11. The bass after that one is a 4. And the flute is a 10. The flute after that one is an 11. And the bass is also an 11. The bass after that one is a 4. And the flute is a 6. The bass after that one is an 11. And the flute is a 4. The bass after that one is a 4. And the piano is a 10. Or a harp, whatever you want to call it. The harp after that one is an 8. I'm going to say piano from now on because I'm used to it now. The bass after that one is an 11. And the piano is a 6. Then it's the end of row 2. We're going to go over to the start of row 3. The bass is a 4. The next bass is an 11. The next bass is a 4. The next piano is an 8. And then we go back to the 4 because the piano attached to that was a 7. I accidentally skipped that one. I didn't even realize it was there. That's how fast I'm trying to go. So from the start of row 3, I'll let you know again. 4, 11, 4 with a 7, and then an 8. After the 8, there's a bass. That bass is going to be an 11, and the piano is going to be a 9. The piano after that is a 10. The piano after that is a 11, and the harp, or the bass, I mean, is a 4. The piano after that is an 11. The bass after that is an 11. And the piano is a 10. Piano after that one is a 9. The flute after that one is a 4. And the harp is a 4. But, my bad. The bass, not a harp. The flute after that one is a 5. And the bass is a 10. The flute after that one is a 7, and the bass is a 3. The flute after that one is an 8, and the bass is a 10. The flute after that one is a 10, and the bass is a 3. I went too far. Alright, bass is a 3. The flute is a 7, and the bass is a 10. The flute after that one is a 5, and the bass is a 3. The bass after that one is a 10, and the piano after it is an 8. The bass after that one is a 3, and the piano is a 10. The piano after that one is an 8, and the piano after that one is a 7. This is the start already. This was the end of row 3, and this is the start of row 4, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the start of row 4. The piano was a 7. The bass is a 10. The bass on the next one is a 3. And the piano on the next one is also a 3. I mean, a flute. See how easily you can make mistakes in this? Alright. The bass attached to the flute is a 10. And the flute after that one is a 1. That's easy on our fingers. The bass below it is a 3. That was a very easy one. Then the bass after that one is a 10. This one wasn't easy, it's not liking us. The piano is a 7. The flute after that one is a 5. And the bass is a 3. The piano after that one is an 8. And the bass is a 10. The flute after that one is a 3. The bass is also a 3. The bass after that one is a 6. The flute is a 16. The bass is a 10. The bass behind that after that one is a 10. The bass after that one is a 3. The flute after that one is a 16. And the bass is a 10. The bass after that one is a 10. And the bass after that one is a 3. The flute after that one is a 16. And the bass is a 10. The bass after that one is a 3. The flute after that one is a 10. I joke it's an 18. I misread my number that is in the top right when it's showing. The bass is a 10. That is connected to the 18 flute. The next bass is a 10. The next bass is a 3. That's the end of row 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start on row 5. 6 more rows to go for just layer 2. Oh god. The bass is a 3. The flute is an 18. The bass after that one is a 10. My finger's already hurting. The bass after that one is a 10. Oh, I went past it. I don't like myself when I go past it. It's a 10. There is no piano on this one. The flute is a 18. And the bass guitar on that one is a 3. The bass after that one is a 10. I went past it again. Oh my god. The flute after that one is a 15. and the bass below it is a 10. The bass after that one is a 3. The bass after that one is a 6. The flute after that one is a 15. And the bass is a 10. The bass after that one is a 10. The bass after that one is a 3. The flute after that one is a 15. And the bass is a 10. The bass after that one is a 10. The flute is a 16. The bass is a 3. The bass after that one is a 10. The bass after that one is a 10. The flute after that one is a 16. The bass is a 3. The bass after that one is a 10. The bass after that one is a 10. The flute after that one is a 16. The bass is a 3. That is the end of row 5. Starting at row 6. If at any time I accidentally skip any of these, I will find out at the end and I will incorporate it. Just don't panic, please. I can already see myself doing it, so I just now told myself I won't go back till the end to go over the ones I might have missed. It should stay at 0 for you. As long as you're using this resource pack, you'll be able to find it easily. Alright, so the end. No, I'll do it at the end of the row. I won't do it at the actual end. End of the row, I'll go back if I missed any. So these ones are part of the next row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is done. We're going on to row 6. The very first one is note 6. Then the bass is a 4 after that one. There's nothing connecting. There's a 6 on the bass. Then the next one is a 4. And the piano is a 13. It sounds more like a harp, I'll be honest. The bass after that one is a 6. The bass after that one is a 4. There's nothing connecting. The bass after that one is a 6. And this is our first time where we've got a bell. It's at 11. And our bass connecting to that is a 4. The bass after that one is a 5. The bass after that one is a 4. The bass after that one is a 5. The bass after that one is a 4. The piano connecting to that bass is a 22. The bass after that one is a 5. The bass after that one is a 4. The bass after that one is a 5. The bell again is a 13. And the bass connecting to that is a 4. The bass after that one is a 6. Bass after that one is a 4. Bass after that one is a 6. Bass after that one is a 4. Piano connecting to that is a 18. That is the end of row 6. We're going to go into row 7. The starting bass is number 6. Then the next one is a 4. The next one is a 6. The bell after that is a 10. And the bass is a 4. The bass after that is an 11. The bass after that is a 4. And the bass after that is an 11. Bass after that is a 4. Piano connecting to that bass is a 23. Bass after that one is an 11. Bass after that one is a 4. Bass after that one is an 11. Bell after that one is an 11. Bass connecting to that is a 4. Piano after that is an 18. The bass after that is a 6. And the piano connecting to that is a 13. The piano after that is a 10. The bass after that is a 4. The piano connecting to that is an 8. The bass after that is a 6. The bass after that is a 4. Bass after that is a 6. Bass after that is a 4. That is the end of that row. That was row 7, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, end of row 7. We are going to start row 8 now. It starts with a 6. The flute after that is a 10. And the bass is a 4. The bass after that is a 5. There's the bass after that is a 4. The bass after that is a 5. Bass after that is a 4. Bass after that is a 5. Bass after that is a 4. Bass after that is a 5. Flute after that is an The harp, oh no, my bad. The bass connecting is a 4. The harp bass after that is a 6. The icon is throwing me off. For some reason, I'm considering that a harp. The bass is a 4. The bass after that is a 6. Bass after that is a 4. Bass after that is a 6. Oh, 6. Bass after that is a 4. Bass after that is a 6. Flute after that is a 10. The bass connecting is a 4. Bass after that is an 11. Bass after that is a 4. That was the end of row 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Starting on row 9. It starts with a bass at 11. Then there's a bass at 4. The next bass is 11. The next bass is 4. Next bass is 11. Then there's a flute at 11. And the bass is 4. The bass after that one is 11. And the piano is a 10. The flute after that is 8. And the bass is 4. Bass after that one is 11. And the piano is 8. The bass after that is 4. And the piano is 10. Flute after that one is 11. And the bass is also 11. The bass after that one is 4. The piano is 8. The bass after that is 11. The piano is 10. The flute after that is 13. And the bass is a 4. The bass after that is 11. And the piano is 8. The bass after that is 4. The piano is 11. The bass after that is 11. And the piano is a 4. The bass after that is 4. And the piano is 8. The flute after that is 11. And the bass is 11 as well. Bass after that is 4. And the piano is 4. That is the end of row 9. We are going into row 10. We are almost done with layer 2. Oh, it's only taken an hour. Okay, to get to where we are. Jesus Christ, I'm stretching, by the way. I recommend you do the same or just skip for the next, 20 seconds. Alright, let's get back into it. Let me drink some water. My mouth's getting dry. Okay, the flute at the start of row 10 is a 4. And the bass connecting is an 11. The next flute is an 8. And the bass is a 4. The next flute is a 10. And the bass is a 10. The next flute is a 6. And the bass is a 3. The next flute is an 8. And the bass is a 10. The next bass is a 3. And the flute is a 10. The next bass is a 10. And the piano is a 3. The next bass is a 3. And the flute is a 6. The next bass is a 10. And the piano is a 10 as well. The next piano is a 3. And the bass is also a 3. The next bass is a 10. And the piano is a 3. The next piano is a 6. And the bass is a 3. The next bass is a 10. And the piano is also a 10. The next piano is a 3. And the bass is also a 3. The next flute is a 3. And the bass is a 10. The next bass is also a 10. And the... Wait, piano is a 10. The next bass is a 3. I apologize. The next bass is a 10. And the next... And the piano on that one is a 3. The bass after that is a 3. The flute is a 6. The bass after that is an 11. And the piano is also an 11. The bass after that is a 4. And the flute is an 8. Oh, god dang it, I went too far. Is an 8. It's the end of row 10. Let's get started on row 11, the last row of layer 2. Gosh, this has taken a good while. Alright. It starts with a base at 11 and a piano at 4. The next base is a 4, the flute at 11. The bass after that is an 11. The piano is also 11. The flute is a 4. The bass is also 4. The next bass is an 11. The piano an 8. The bass after that is a 4. The piano is an 11. The piano after that is a 4. The bass is an 11. The bass after that is a 4. And the piano is an 8. I went too far. It was an 8, not a 9. Okay, the bass after that is an 11. And the piano is a 10. The piano after that is a 4. The bass is also a 4. The flute after that is an 11. And the bass is also an 11. The piano after that one is an 11. The bass is a 4. The bass after that is an 11. And the piano is a 4. The bass after that is a 4. The flute is also a 4. The bass after that is a 10. And the piano is also a 10. The bass after that is 3. The flute is a 6. The bass after that is a 10. And the piano is a 3. The bass after that is a 3. God dang it, went to a 4. 3 clicks. 3 clicks on it. It's a 3. The flute is also a 3. The next bass is a 10. And the piano is also a 10. The next bass is a 3. And the flute is a 6. Alright, congratulations. You've just finished your first note block tuning layer out of the 6 that we'll have to go through. Now, we are going to start building layer 3. So let's remove layer 2. Let's get ourselves situated to where we can copy and paste layer 3. Now, as you can see, there is a floating layer of dirt on the side of layer 3. That is because we are going to be needing that layer to actually start the bottom layer of music to play, because this system plays from the top floor to the bottom and back to the top. So at layer 3, we're going to have to build at the end of row 10 a little up and back to the start. This is going to be covered in redstone and other stuff in layer 4 at the end, but for now we're just going to be needing to copy and paste it like so. As you can see, I am selecting all of this with Lightmatica so that I can build it along on the bottom layer with you. Let me copy this in my Lightmatica area, layer 3, set, save, go back. Alright, let's go right here and let us open up the schematic, loaded schematicas, unload, load schematica layer 3, load schematic, and then we are going to be going back to the menu, schematica placements, configure, and let's scroll this to where it needs to be. Alright, I am pretty sure that that is not the right spot. Pretty sure that it needs to be right there. Am I correct in that placement? Let's go see. It needs to be G13 at my E10. Yes. Alright, as you can see, this placement is spot on, and I can actually build this without having layer 2 be in my way. That is very nice. I did not actually think of doing this initially. This was not intended. This was not planned. So let me build this layer along with all of you. I will be using grass blocks so that it doesn't bother me, that it becomes red. You, however, could use... let me turn down block placement sounds so you can hear me a little better. And the note block sounds as well. So, I'll be placing all of this stuff alongside of you so you can actually follow along very easily. Alright, let's first place all the dirt again. On top of all the redstone that we have exposed, we're going to just place grass. As you can see. Now let me unload this so that it, well, I'm not unloading, let me unshow it, like hide it. On top of all this redstone dust that is placed in between, we're going to be placing these grass blocks so that we have easy access to placing other things in a minute. Make sure, please make sure that you do not accidentally click any of the note blocks with the right click. That's why I'm holding sneak and space while I'm flying. You might not have flight, but as long as you're holding sneak and then while making sure you're staying sneaked, if you accidentally place something on a note block, it is not gonna change the tune. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. Make sure that there's also a air pocket in between all this grass / dirt that you're placing again. We do not want any anything placed here just yet because it's going to become repeaters. So yeah, let's place all this grass on top of the redstone. The reason why I'm saying on top of the redstone is because the redstone is considered a full block within Minecraft, so if I'm placing on top of it, it goes a block above it, which is very easy, because otherwise I can't place it right now. I'd have to place it right there and then there, and that is more work than it has to be. So just place it on top of the redstone, make yourself have an easier time. Alright, currently in row 5 on placing my grass. You might have already finished placing it. Just skip ahead a minute, give or take, maybe 2. Yeah, we're just going to be placing all of this. On top of the redstone. This is so you can build along. If you don't want to build along, you just want to hear the tunes and you think you've already figured it out from what I've shown. By any means, do try to build it the way you think it needs to be built. Just keep in mind that every single redstone repeater we're about to place also needs to be tuned to the very specific tick rate, tick length on the repeater so that the song sounds how it needs to sound. If you do not have the right tick on the repeater, the song will sound sped up or slowed down. Just an FYI. I'm almost done placing my grass or dirt on my 3rd layer, except for this row here on the side. Let me add that right now. Oh, let me actually show that one so that I know that I'm placing enough. Okay, so the reason that it's asking for dirt here is most likely because there is other stuff on top of it that is my piston setup or the instant repeater setup. Yes, right here, as you can see, and it was actually just dirt still. It hasn't changed, but yeah, you can see it's mostly dirt. So all these red spots are all of this that became dirt from being out of the sun. So just ignore the red spots, please. Same with this. This just became grass, right? You saw me place the right thing. Okay, we'll go back to row 1 of what we've been placing. we'll get our note blocks placed now on the sides of the grass. Everywhere we need to place them. So let's place, there's going to be a couple that we need to place, and I'll also tune them at the end of placing all of them. I'm going to tune them and place the repeaters and tune those. I'll actually tune the repeaters. You can place the repeaters as well. Let's place the repeaters and the note blocks at once, and we'll make sure that... Okay, wait, don't place the repeaters yet. I need to explain what direction they need to go, because I almost placed them in the wrong direction myself. And Lightmatica will not update out of the orange unless it's in the right direction and on the right tick, as you can see. So we'll do the repeaters at the end, and we'll work from row 10 all the way to row 1 with the repeaters. But the note blocks we can just place wherever they need to be. And while we're tuning, you will probably see where they need to be a little bit more easily than you might see me place them now, because I'm not really explaining where I'm placing them. I'm just looking at my schematic for it from the layer and placing them. This is mainly because, I'll be completely honest, I don't remember where they belong. So having this like schematic show me where they need to go is very helpful. Oh, at least they don't go on top of the grass. Just keep that in mind. These are all gonna be pianos. There doesn't have to be any blocks below them. The main reason why we're placing these is because the chord that we're playing at that specific moment with the actual note blocks is going to be requiring more than 2 sounds. So if it requires us to have a flute, a harp, and a piano, it's going to need us to put the piano somewhere. And yes, we could have placed it somewhere in between and tried and figured it out differently, but this allows us to maintain a very simple design of cheddar cheese and then add the note blocks with whatever they need around it. So yeah. So after we get and finish placing all the note blocks, as you can see, there's no note blocks missing. We're going to be placing the redstone. So from this big path of dirt or grass that we've built, we are going to, at the end of row 10, right? We're going to go all the way to the end of row 10, and then we're going to place our redstone. Then we're going to place our very first repeater, and it's going to be a 2-tick. So if you place it once, it's a 1-tick. Right click it once, it's a 2-tick. Then on that dirt block, if we look to the right, there needs to be a note block. This needs to be tuned to number 3. This is a 3 piano. And then we're going to place a second repeater. That's also a 2-tick. We're going to go to the next one. Place another repeater, 2-tick. Go to the right. There's a note block. This is going to be a 6. Piano, number 6. Then we're going to place another repeater, 2-tick. Another repeater, 2-tick. There's another piano. We're going to tune it to number 6. Place another repeater, 2-tick. Another repeater, 2-tick. Another piano, number 8. Another repeater, 2-tick. Another repeater, 2-tick. Another repeater, 2-tick. Another piano, number 8. Then another repeater, 2-tick. Another repeater, 2-tick. Another repeater, 2-tick. Another one, 2-tick. Another 2-tick. 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 Another piano, number 4. Me placing repeaters on this is just me holding shift to making sure I don't accidentally tune anything else than what I'm trying to tune. Another 2-tick after the piano that we just put. Another 2-tick, and that piano is a 8 that we ran into. Another 2-tick, and then we're placing actual redstone dust. We are placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redstone dust into a repeater that is a 2-tick, and we jump up, and we have a piano on our left. That piano is going to be tuned to number 8. And we're going to place another 2-tick and another 2 tick, and then there's another piano that's going to go to 6, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, a number 6 piano, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, another piano at number 6, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another piano at number 10, another 2 tick, another piano at number 6, another 2 tick, another piano at number 3, another 2 tick, another piano at number 6, another 2 tick, another piano at number 10, another 2 tick, and another piano at number 8. That is the end of, let's call this row 2 for now, right? I know it was row 10 and now it's, well, no, this is row 11 and this is row 10, so we can keep that up if you want. This, logically speaking, this is technically the way we're building, it's row 2. Now we're gonna place our 5 redstone, and we're gonna place another repeater that is a 2 tick. Another 2 tick, and on the right of this, there's the 11 piano number 11, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick. That piano that we met is a number 4, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, and then there's a piano that's 4, number 4, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another piano that is number 4, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another piano that is number 8, another 2 tick, 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 and then there's 5 more dust. And then there's another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick. Then that piano that we met is a number 6, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, 2 tick, 2, 2, 2, 2. That piano is a number 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Piano number 1, 2, 5 more redstone. And then there's another 2 tick, another one, another one. I say 1, I mean 2. So these repeaters are at 2 ticks. 2 ticks, 2 ticks, 2 ticks. Oh, that's a 1 tick. Right. So in this row, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from where we started placing, it's going to start with a 2 tick. And then there's another 2 tick, another 2 tick, another 2 tick, and then there's a 1 tick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 2 ticks, and then a 1 tick. Another 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 tick. The piano on our side is a 20. And then there's a 2 tick. So once we get to the bell, there needs to be a 2 tick again. Alright? 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 2, 2. There's a piano, it's a 16. 2, 2, 2. 5 redstone dust. Repeater at 2, repeater at 2, 2, 2, 2. The piano is at 20. Then there's another 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That piano is number 23. It's almost the most we can click. Another 2, another 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Another 5 redstone dust. And another 2. The piano we ran into is a 10. And then there's a 2. Another 2. Another 2. The piano is a 10. Then there's another 2. Another 2. Another 2. Another 2. Another 2. And then there's a piano at 10. And then there's a repeater at 2 again. Another one. Another one. There's a piano at 10 again. Another 2. Another 2. Another 2. A piano at 10. And then there's another 2. another 2, a piano at number 10, a number 2, a number 2, a number 2, and a piano at number 10 again. Then there's 5 redstone and another repeater at 2. Another one, another 2. So there's 3 2s right here. And that's the piano, which is tuned to number 10. Another repeater at 2. Another repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. But there was a piano there, my bad. That is a piano at 10. There's a repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Piano at 10. Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Piano at 10. Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Piano at 6. Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Piano at 5. Repeater at 2. 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 And then there's another 5 redstone. There's a repeater at 1. A repeater at 1. A repeater at 2. A repeater at 2. The piano is at 5. A repeater at 2. A piano at 7. A repeater at 2. A repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. A piano at 8. A repeater at 1. A repeater at 1. 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 Repeater at 2. Repeater at 2. Another 5 redstone dust. And a repeater at 2. Repeater at 1. Repeater at 1. Repeater at 2. Then there's a piano at 11. A repeater at 2. A piano at 10. A repeater at 2. A piano at 8. A repeater at 2. A piano at 8. A repeater at 2. A piano at 10. A repeater at 2. A piano at 11. A repeater at 2. A piano at 13. A repeater at 2. A piano at 9. A repeater at 1. 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 Repeater. Repeater at 2. 5 redstone dust. And there's a repeater at 2 again. Repeater at 2. At 2. At 2. There's a piano at 12. A repeater at 2. A piano at 10. A repeater at 2. A repeater at 2. A piano at 9. A repeater at 2. A piano at 10. A repeater at 2. A piano at 12. A repeater at 2. A piano at 15. A repeater at 2. A piano at 10. A repeater at 2. A repeater at 2. 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 A piano at 15. A repeater at 2. And that is done with layer 3. As you can see, done layer 3. Yes, there is some red. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I click too many times? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I missed one. I missed the piano. I apologize. Okay, I missed the piano. I did not realize I must have been zoned out. So, from where we just ended, you go back 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and then almost at the end of that row, there's a piano at 10, then there's a second piano at 10, and then there's a third piano at 10. I apologize. This is why I'm using Lightmatica. This is why I'm using this way of showing you how to build the layers, because even I make mistakes. Alright, let's unload this layer, then get ourselves ready to build the next layer. Let me see, do I have everything selected? Yes, I do. So, area selector. And give me 1 second. I need to link something to someone. Set, save schematic, save schematic. Then let us go back over here. And we are gonna load layer 4. Load schematic. Going to schematic placement, configure, and we gotta move it along. Gotta make sure it's in the right spot. Alright. Now I'm pretty sure that this needs to move over a bit to be right there. Now to make sure that it's in the right spot, we can go check. That needs to be grass on grass. In this case, grass on dirt. This is also why it was giving me red flag, because it was grass on dirt. And some of this. Does this look the same? Yes, it does. Okay. So the easiest place to start is going to be placing our redstone right here. Right? Just place some redstone and then attach a grass block right there. Then this is a grass block right here. A dirt block attaching to the piston that we don't have placed right now because it's supposed to be a sticky piston, not a normal piston. Let me go quickly grab that sticky piston. And we are going to be placing it facing into us, like so. We're placing redstone, almost max length for a signal. And then we're placing another dirt block in this case. So let me get rid of my stick. Dirt block, and another sticky piston looking into us. Let's place all of these pieces of redstone. As you can see, that side is done. Okay, now we will continue from where we just left off with the redstone, and we'll start placing these blocks on top of this. So let's place all the dirt again, and grass. It's the easiest to place. So placing it on top of other things at almost every single time you'll be placing dirt on top of something. Or grass. So let's finish placing that first. Because most of this stuff is going to be floating in the middle. Because, yeah, I cleared out all the unnecessary blocks in this build. Because I didn't want my material list to be inflated. Alright. I am halfway done with placing the grass. And then we can start placing the other stuff. Now this layer doesn't have note blocks, it doesn't have redstone repeaters, it doesn't have anything that needs tuning, so this is going to be a quick layer. After we place all the blocks, we can go move on to layer 5. Now, I'll be completely honest, I am not going to be building layer 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, because I can already envision it taking another hour and a half, give or take, for me to finish this entire build. Doing it the way I've been doing, where I'm showing you layer by layer how to build it, and building it alongside you. Or you alongside me, whatever you want to say. So, for this next part, after I've built this layer with you, I will actually just start showing you what I've got, and saying from one side to the other the tuning that you need to do, because that's going to save me from getting carpal tunnel from having done this like 7 times now, and it's going to save you a lot of time watching the video because you can just pause it or play it at a slower rate if you need to. Alright, so from here we want to make sure that we keep this air block, so placing these blocks is going to be a hassle, right? But we can just temporarily place something in between and then place our blocks against that, remove the block in between. Alright, I'm gonna be doing two-handing like this so I can quickly swap between what I'm placing, where I'm placing it, if that makes sense. I understand if you need to slow down the video to find out exactly where I'm placing things. Or if you just wait for me to say the instrument or the next layer or something, that's also a way you can do this. By placing it underneath the note block, waiting, like skipping to the part where I've placed all the note, well, where I'm showing all the note blocks, and then placing those blocks where they need to be underneath the note blocks. Just make sure you hold that shift button, because if you do not, it'll change the tune. Now, it doesn't matter if you didn't tune them yet, but you know what I mean. Just be careful. We do not want to have to go back because we made a mistake. So if you ever put a block above a note block, that is wrong. You will never, in this build, place a block on top of a note block because it makes the note block not make sound. Okay? Just an FYI. Don't do that. It's gonna screw up the sound. Okay. Let me finish building this. Oh god, there's way more to go. If you do build this in your world, I commend you. I honestly do. This is... If you built this in survival as well, like... This is not... It's not like it requires a lot of materials. It's gonna require a lot of dedication and time. To build this, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think everyone has that much dedication and time to something like this. Oh, that was stupid. Okay. I wish there was some way to place mid-air, but there isn't. At least not without mods. But this is a thing of my own creation that I need to just accept. That is not... Ah, god dang it. There we go. Okay. Oh, god. Why am I building this still? I could just go to the next layer and show you. I'm a completionist. I said I would build this and then show you. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. That one, that one. This Lightmatica, I'll put the actual build at the top. I'll put that in my Discord, I think, because I genuinely don't want to hurt people by having to go through all of this. So if you want to do this the easy way with Lightmatica, it'll be in my subscriber chat. Twitch subscribers. I currently don't have memberships on YouTube. If I were to have those, you could grab it off of... And once those come back, right? Eventually they'll come back, I hope. They should be auto-synced with my YouTube, with my Discord server, to where you can... If you're a member on YouTube, you should then also be able to get the actual schematics. Did I finish? I finished! Okay, they turned... That's not my fault. Okay. Oh, I did not finish. Nah, I missed the clay. Alright. So now we finished placing all of this. And you might think to yourself, why is that first layer entirely empty? And there's a reason for that. So let's go to layer 5. This is layer 5. It's because layer 5 has a lot of builds of stuff on that layer. And that is going to become another redstone lane, but on the other side of the machine, right? So this layer, where we have placed all... So we just placed all of that. So now this is layer 5, right? Layer 5, let me actually select only layer 5 so you see what is part of layer 5 and what isn't. So here in layer 5, we'll be ending up placing this dirt block, grass block, on top of that redstone and that redstone piece. So right here at the bottom, from here, redstone, on the side, grass, right? That's the only thing I'm going to show for that, so to give you a reference of where we are. This all is also going to need to be placed in this area below me. You can do that by just going from that grass block, put 2 more grass blocks, and then that one. And then for easy, like recognizing what you don't need to keep, grab a block we're not using, like a stripped jungle log or something, place and build with that. So any jungle logs that are stripped, you will remove eventually. So from here, 2 jungle logs, then grass, jungle, 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 grass. And on the side of this, you can also place the oak, the oak, the oak, the clay, the oak, the oak planks, the oak planks. And then once you've placed all that stuff, you can go back, remove the jungle blocks, right? And then you'll end up with this build at the side. Then we're gonna go on the right side of this, place a block, and then we can place ourselves the grass block. From that grass block, once you've placed this grass block, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grass blocks to the right, and go 1, 2, 3 to the north, I want to say, and to the left. This is actually the west, I think. Now I think about it, I can check that pretty easily. This is facing west, yeah, so that's west, and this is facing south. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter, it depends on how you look at it, right? So that way it's going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks, and from this one, counting this, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning this grass patch is 15. Then we're placing redstone in all of the grass that we placed down here. We're placing grass, right? We've got grass, but not this one. My bad. We do not place anything on top of this one. I'll show you. Would not place anything on top of that. You see that? There's no redstone on top of any of that because it's part of this row. It's the row where we have the redstone going into the dirt, and then there's grass. We place redstone on all of that, all the way along again, right? All the way to the end. Place redstone on every single piece. Once you've done that, we're going to go from this corner and we're going to count the very first one. It might be easier for you guys if we count from this side. Did I? Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is probably easier. So we're placing this redstone piece, right? Right here on top. And then we're going to put one block against the side of that, as you can see. See? Up. Up. And then from that one, we have that side block right here. Extend that block to be connected right here. And then we're going to be placing even more grass, but also grass, redstone, right? Like this. So redstone on all of these pieces, and then note blocks on all of the oak. And yes, right? You know the drill by now. We're putting note blocks on all of this. Okay? Redstone on all of that. And then you are going to end up placing grass between the redstone attached to the note blocks. All around. On the entire layer. Okay? So once you've done that, you can pause the video, build that entire thing, right? You come back, and then right here, you'll see that we can start tuning. But before we do that, I want to make sure that you go down here again, and you've already placed that piece of dirt. Make sure that it's connected to that, like so. And you can easily check for yourself if you're doing it right by looking at the bottom. These two need to not, like, there needs to be air right here in between, and then above it, it's going to be connected. Same with this side right here. Like, there's no connection here between anything, but there's a connection above. Connection, connection above, connection below. There's no connection. I need to put redstone right there, and then make myself that bridge connection between. There's connection below, redstone on top, bridge connection between. Redstone connection below. I need to make a connection on top. Right here, right there. Connection on top. Now the reason why we're connecting with an arch like this is because the repeaters that we need to place on top later on, like we have done down here. It's gonna come in from this side, out through this. We need the repeater to make it go through the block, into the next repeater, into the next, and keep on moving. Now at the top right here, you can see that there's a arch on this side. That requires us to place a redstone right there. And then we can make that arch that I was talking to you about earlier, that 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you want, this is just up to you at this point. These air blocks in between this, you can fill them in. It doesn't matter if you have them as air or not. It is just to save you some blocks. I ended up breaking the blocks below the piston right here because it seemed like it was nicer to do for resources. Like I did this. This is all I did. I removed those 4 blocks. Is it 4 or is it 5? I actually don't know. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I removed 4 blocks on that part, and I removed 4 blocks on this part. That's all I removed. You can leave them. It doesn't matter. Okay? So 4 blocks right here, and then 4 blocks right here. You can put them in. You can leave them. It doesn't matter. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So just keep that in mind, right? We want to make sure that these 4 blocks, that this entire row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 long, because here is where we need to go up 1 and then have the piston setup, right? We're going to put piston setups on this. Now, this piston setup that I'm showing you right here is a instant repeater. It is a bud connection, a update of Minecraft. This is technically a bug in Minecraft, but it's been in Minecraft since so long that I doubt they'll ever remove it. But it is a instant repeater. So this doesn't take a redstone tick. It just goes instantly. The signal comes in, and the moment it comes in, it repeats it. So it just extends the redstone signal as if it was a very long line of redstone instead of only up to 15 blocks, right? It just saves us time. So we've built all of that. Patch, the dirt patch, all the way to the end. We've placed all the redstone. We've connected all of them. At the backside, we got to do the same thing. We got to make sure that they're connected, but the other way around. So if they are connected like this over there, we do not need to connect these two, right? So if we do this, place these blocks, you can see same concept. This is already connected. This doesn't need a bridge. The bridge needs to be this way. Okay, so bridge right there, bridge right there, bridge right there, bridge right here. Don't place that. Bridge right there. Skip that bridge. We do not need that bridge because there's already a bridge below. Make the bridge over here. Right? Does it make sense? It should, because it's pretty straightforward. If it's connected at the bottom, don't connect it at the top. And this is only accurate for 1 row below, because if we start looking further up, there's more rows. There's another row above this, and we'll be connecting this and this row up somewhere above here, like so. They'll be connected like this again. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So let's go back to the row, and we'll start counting out all of the things again. So the power, we're following it backwards. So this redstone is going to come over here, come over here. We're sending them a signal from right here. Okay? So we just built this patch. We're going this way. The redstone, actual redstone signal that we're going to be receiving is going the other way, right? You see that it's coming from below us. It's going this way. So if you want, you know what? I'll go with the redstone flow. I'll go with the redstone flow. The redstone's coming in here. It's going to go hook. And then this first one is an A3 on a base. All right. The flute below that is a 12. The next base is a 10. The flute is a 10. The next base is an 8. The next flute is an 8. The base is a 7. The flute is a 10. Base is a 5. Flute is a 12. There is nothing here. Piano is a 6. The piano is a 7. There's a bass of 12. There's nothing here. There's a piano of 8. There's a piano of 9 and a bass of 5. There's nothing. Piano of 10. Piano of 11 and a bass of 12. Nothing. Piano of 12. Piano of 13. Bass of 5. Nothing. Piano of 14. Piano of 15. Piano of 12. My bad. That's not a piano. That's a bass. That's a piano of 16 then. There's nothing above it. There's a piano of 17 and a bass of 5. A piano of 18. And the next one is a piano of 19 and a bass of 12. A piano of 20 is the next one. Then we go back another row. This row starts with a piano of 21 and a bass of 5. Then a piano of 20. And the next one is a piano of 19 and a bass of 12. Piano of 18. Bass of 8. Piano of 17. Piano of 16. Piano of 15. Bass of 10. Piano of 14. Piano of 13 and a bass of 12. Piano of 12. Piano of 11, bass of 10, piano of 10, bass of 8, a piano of 9, a piano of 8, a bass of 12 and a piano of 7, a piano of 6, a flute of 13 and a bass of 6, a piano of 7, a bass of 13 and a piano of 8, a piano of 9. Then we're going to go to the next row. There is a piano of 10, a bass of 6, a piano of 11, a bass of 13 afterwards, and a piano of 12. On the next one, there's a piano of 13. On the next one is a piano of 14 and a bass of 6. On the next one is a piano of 15. On the one after that is a piano of 16 and a bass of 13. On the one beyond that is a piano of 17. After that is a piano of 18 and a bass of 6. After that is a piano of 19. After that is a piano of 20 and a bass of 13. After that is a piano of 21. After that is a bass of 6 and a piano of, it's a flute of 13. After that is this piano of 21. After that there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 13. After that there's a piano of 19. After that there's a bass of 9 and a flute of 15. After that there's a bass, it's a piano. I see the B and I say bass, it's my bad. It's a piano of 17. After that there's a bass of 11 and a flute of 13. There's a one after that is a piano of 15. We'll go on to the next row, and it starts out with a bass of 10 and a flute of 13. Then it's a piano of 13, a flute of 12, a bass of 11, a piano of 11, a bass of 9, a flute of 10, a piano of 9, a bass of 12, and a flute of 12, a piano of 7, a bass of 7, a flute of 14, a piano of 8, a bass of 14 and a piano of 9, a piano of 10, a piano of 11, a bass of 7, a piano of 12, a piano of 13, a bass of 14, a piano of 14, a piano of 15, a bass of 7, a piano of 16, a piano of 17, and a bass of 14, a piano of 18. That's the end of that row. Let's go on to the next. It starts out with a piano of 19 and a bass of 6, a piano of 20 afterwards, a piano of 21 and a bass of 14 after that, a piano of 22 after that one, a piano of 23 and a bass of 7. After that is a piano of 22. After that is a 21 on piano and a 14 on bass. After that is a 20 on piano. After that there's a 19 on piano and a 10 on bass. After that there's an 18 on piano. After that there's a 17 on piano and a 12 of bass. After that there's a 16 on piano. After that there's a 15 on piano and a 14 of bass. After that there's a 14 on piano. After that there's a 13 on piano and a 12 of bass. After that there's a piano of 12. After that there's a piano of 11. After that and a bass of 10. After that there's a piano of 10. After that there's a piano of 9 and a bass of 14. After that there's a piano of 8. We'll go on to the next row. There's a piano somewhere, but not here. There is a bass of 8 and a flute of 15. Then after that there's a piano of 9. After that there's a piano of 10 and a bass of 15. After that there's a piano of 11. After that there's a piano of 12 and a bass of 8. After that there's a piano of 13. After that there's a piano of 14 and a bass of 15. After that there's a piano of 15. After that there's a piano of 16 and a bass of 8. After that there's a piano of 17. After that there's a piano of 18 and a bass of 15. After that there's a piano of 19. And after that there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 8. After that, there's a piano of 21. After that, there's a piano of 22 and a bass of 15. After that, there's a piano of 23. After that, there's a bass of 8 and a flute of 19. After that, there's a piano of 11. After that, there's a piano of 10, a bass of 15. After that, there's a piano of 9. We'll go on to the next row. We're almost done with this layer. It starts out with a piano of 8 and a bass of 11. Then there's a piano of 7. And then after that, a piano of 6 with a bass of 13. A piano with bass of 5. A piano with a note of 5. And after that, there's a bass of 15 and a flute of 22. After that, there's a piano of 5. After that, there's a piano of 6 and a bass of 13. After that, there's a piano of 7. After that, there's a piano of 8, a bass of 11. After that, there's a piano of 9. After that, there's a piano of 10 and a bass of 10. After that, there's a piano of 11. After that, there's a bass of 8 and a flute of 20. After that, there's a bass of 3 and a flute of 15. After that, there's a bass of 6 and a flute of 18. After that, there's a bass of 13 and a flute of 17. After that, there's a piano of 10. After that, there's a piano of 12 and a bass of 5. After that, there's a piano of 13. After that, there's a piano of 14 and a bass of 13. Then we go on to the next row. It starts with a piano of 16, a bass, and then the next one over is a piano of 5 and a bass of 5. The next one over is a piano of 6 and a bass of 13. After that, there's a piano of 3 and a bass of 5. Piano of 6 after that with a bass of 13. After that, there's a piano of 1 and a bass of 5. After that, there's a bass of 13 and a piano of 5. After that, there's a piano of 0. Hey, that's easy. And a bass of 5. After that, there's a piano of 1 and a bass of 13. After that, there's a piano of 15 and a bass of 5. After that, there's a piano of 18 and a bass of 13. After that, there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 5. After that, there's a bass of 13. After that, there's a bass of 8 and a flute of 20. After that, there's a bass of 3 and a flute of 15. After that, there's a bass of 4 and a flute of 16. After that, there's a bass of 11 and a flute of 23. After that, there's a piano of 13. After that, there's a bass of 4 and a piano of 15. After that, there's a piano of 17. All right, we'll go on to the next row. Once I'm done with this layer, I'll stop talking and I'll just start showing only because my voice is starting to hurt. All right, this row that we just started on is the second to, no, it's the penultimate, I don't know a different word for this, row of this layer. Just so you know, it starts out with a piano of 18 and a bass of 11. After that, there's a piano of 20. After that, there's a piano of 22 and a bass of 4. After that, there's a piano of 23 and a bass of 11. After that, there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 4. After that, there's a piano of 23 and a bass of 11. After that, there's a bass of 16 and a bell of 13. After that, there's a piano of 23 and a bass of 23. After that, there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 16. After that, there's a piano of 23 and a bass of 23. After that, there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 16. After that, there's a bass of 23 and a piano of 23. After that, there's a piano of 20 and a bass of 16. After that, there's a piano of 23 and a bass of 23. After that, there's a piano somewhere, not here. After that, I mean, it was a bass of 17 and a bell of 10. After that, there's a piano of 23 and a bass of 22. After that, there's a piano of 22, a bass of 17. After that, there's a piano of 23, a bass of 22. After that, there's a piano of 22, a bass of 17. After that, there is a piano of 23 and a bass of 22. All right, the last spoken row of tuning for this video, because my voice is getting painful and scrappy. All right, it starts out with a piano of 22, a bass of 17, a piano of 23 after that with a bass of 22. After that, there's a piano of 22, bass of 17. After that, there's a piano of 23 with a bass of 22. After that, there's a piano of 22 with a bass of 17. After that, there's a piano of 23 with a bass of 22. After that, there's a piano of 22 with a bass of 17. After that, there's a piano of 23 with a bass of 22. After that, there is a piano of 22 with a bass of 17. After that, there's a bass of 22 with a piano of 17. After that, there is a bass of 3 with a flute of 18. After that, there's a piano of 10 and a bass of 10. After that, there's a piano of 6 and a bass of 3. After that, there's a bass of 10 and a flute of 3. After that, there's a piano of 6, a bass of 3. After that, there's a piano of 10 and a bass of 10. After that, there's a piano of 6 and a bass of 3. After that, there's a piano of 3 and a bass of 10. After that, there's a piano of 10 and a bass of 3. After that, there's a piano of 6 and a bass of 10. All right, as the end of that row, I am going to remove my selection on it. We'll move on to the next row, which is right next to us. Let me select it again so you can see what is new. Everything new is within this. As you can see, this I put this layer a little lower, so it's gonna look a little odd, but this is what we're working on. And we ended over here, right where the electricity is going away from us. So let us actually come over to that corner where we ended. We ended right here with the piano 6 and the bass of 10, as you can see right here. Piano 6, bass of 10. And I'll start working the redstone from there, right? So this is what we need to build. I'm going to put the redstone right over here. So this is what we just ended. We'll be putting the redstone like so, as you can see. Okay, makes sense? Yeah, okay. And then we got to place on top of all the redstone in the last layer that we placed, right? We placed a lot of redstone. We're placing grass on top of all of this again. All that redstone that is singular dots down there. Place a block on top of grass. Do that the entire way around. Once you've done all of that, you'll come over to this spot right here. And as you can see over here, we're placing redstone. Same like we did on the other sides. Redstone right there. Redstone, 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 redstone. And we're going to connect all that redstone with grass blocks, just like we've been doing. So, right here, grass, 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 grass. Okay, don't place it on top like that. You don't have to on this one. Grass. And then at the end right here, you can see we place grass as well. Okay. And you can also start placing the note blocks on that part. So all of this is note block. Pretty self-explanatory, right? We did that over here. We do it over there. And then all of the dirt, you'll get a couple. You get a couple spots where you gotta put them on the other side as well. So just so you know, all of them have one on the left side, right? Yes, all of them have one, except for these two. This left is completely filled, and on the right, if there's a flute on the left, you put it, and then the second to last, and that one, because there's a note skip. See? Tick tick. From the flute, skip one, place one. Flute, skip one, place one, skip one, place one. Okay? Once you've placed all of those, we'll be placing a couple more along these, but we'll do that once we've gone through the repeaters. I'll look at them from the side right here, because I mean I'll tell you how to do the repeaters. Keep in mind that these repeaters are going backwards from where we are. So from here, we've placed this redstone just now over here. Right? From now on, we're not going to go this way with the redstone, because that is going to make us put the repeaters the wrong way around. We need them to go this way. So from here, jump, 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 jump. We're going to go over here. we're gonna go all the way to this redstone spot, right? And then you can pull the redstone line like so, just for your mind right now. You've placed dirt all over this already, right? Just remember that you placed grass all over there. Okay, it doesn't go that far, Bobby. Harneth, what are the right there, like so. Okay, first repeater from this corner, we're gonna go this way. 2, right? Repeater at 2. We jump up. There's a note block. It's a piano at 3. All right, that's the last note block I'll actually verbalize because I am going to throw up from speaking this much. Ugh. Okay. Repeater, 2 delay. Repeater, 2 delay. Repeater, 2 delay. Repeater, 2 delay. Okay, that's the repeater. And there's this one. Repeater, 1 delay. Repeater, 1 delay. Repeater, 1 delay. Repeater, 1 delay. Repeater, 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. And then we get the end with the redstone. Another 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. See how often this is 1? Makes it easy for you. 1. All the way over here. Another 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. Alright, let me go back a little because there's note blocks that you want to know. That's a 22. It's between the 13 and the 21 on this side. On this side, the 19 and the 15, there's an 18. Between the 17 and the 13, there's a 16. Alright, we'll go over here. This one's a 1 again. And there's a 14. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 8, 1, 1, 7, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then we gotta put the redstone again. This is another 1, 1. See how far this has gone with the 1s? That's how fast the song's gonna go through this part. Like, this is literally gonna be like 20, not even 10 seconds or 20 seconds of the song. But we need it to make it sound good. Alright, so that's another 1. All of this is 1s. Let me fly over instead of jumping. 1, 1, 1, and then the redstone again. Cross, 1. Another note block with 8 on piano. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Alright, this entire row, and there's a piano 12, is also 1s. We go across into the next one. There's also 1. It's all 1s. There's a, between the 5 and the 22, there's a 4. This is all 1. Between the 11 and the 20 is a 15. Between the 20 and the 15 is an 8. Between the 15 and the 18 is a 15. And that is also at this 18 and 6 is where the repeater starts going into 2 delay again. So, wait, that's a 4. My bad. So, okay. Wait, let me check something real quick. Yeah, that's a 4. Okay. I thought maybe something went wrong somewhere. So, F11, still a 1. Then there's the A15, or the, I shouldn't say F11. Note, piano, 11, and this one after this one. And then that's a 15. Then when you get to the flute, 20, and the bass, 8, the repeater is a 4. And there's a piano 8. another repeater 4 with a bass and that one, right? A piano 15, and then this goes back to 2 with a bass of 6 and a flute of 18. And then this is piano 8, and then there's another 1 again at the 17 and 13. 1, 1, 1. Okay, 5 redstone, another 1. So there's 2 1s right here, then there's a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and you hit this note block on the side. It's going to be a piano at 15, flute at 20, has a 4 delay again, piano at 20, 4 delay again, a piano at 20, a 2 tick, piano at 11, a 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 tick, 5 redstone, 1 tick, 1 1. At the start is 1 1 1, so it's 3 1s in a row, and then there's a 2, and there's several 2s. Then there's a piano at 20 again, 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2, piano at 22, 2 2 2 2, all the way to the end. Redstone 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2, piano at 6 2, piano at 3 2 2 2, piano at 10 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Redstone goes down to what we've already built, as you can see. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next layer. As you can tell, oh well, let me explain this a little bit because I didn't fully explain this part. So this ending right here from the third layer that we built, right, and then the fourth layer, fifth layer, sixth layer. We're about to build the 7th layer. That is for the song loop. So we're building the ending part of the song right here, and it's going to go up here onto this, and it's going to go down onto this, which is going to start the song again. But we're going to have a piston here with a lever to flick it on and off to be able to loop it or not. And that is up to you, okay? If you want to have it looping or not. But we need to build this to have the entire song. But you can flip the lever, stop it from looping. Okay. We just did this one. And now we need to go to this one. See how we're going to be placing a crap ton of stuff again? Yeah. Yeah. We all love that, right? Alright, let me select it again so you can actually tell what the frick you're doing. Oh, not too much selecting. Okay. So, there you go. So from this corner, that is this corner that we just built over here, right? Right here, we just put this redstone, built all of this. Let me just fly over this so you can actually see the notes for the tune. Okay. I didn't think about that part. Okay, so we just built all of that. Make sure that this part has the redstone that you can see right here, redstone. And then in line with this B5 piano, we are going to have a dirt block or glass block, sticky piston facing our way, dirt block against it, redstone, right? Dirt, B5 and a bass at 5 and a piano at 14 will be where the piston needs to be, and the dirt needs to end with the redstone right here. Now, it looks like it's ending, but the redstone's actually going to go up like this. Okay, yeah, the redstone need to go up like that. Piston, sticky piston with dirt, looking this way, going this way. Okay, that's where we carry on over here. See, the redstone block on top of the spot where you've placed the dirt. So place the dirt, put the redstone block. It's that easy, right? And then to place the actual piston that we need to place, you can put a block right there. and then place the piston like so. Okay? Place the piston like so. Remove that. Does that make sense? Or am I not making sense? Wait, I need to check over here. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, it's just not activated right now. I'm not sure why. Okay, so you can see that it works. I didn't mean to actually start the song. I just meant to get this instant repeater set up. So make sure it's not connected. Give it a small update, and it connects like this. All right, and then you can place this like so. So if you're curious how this works, the moment it gets power, it does that. So it connects itself. Loses power, goes back. Oh, it's playing twice now. Okay, well, we're gonna leave that alone. So yeah. This doesn't look right, maybe? Or no, this is looking right. Yeah, it's looking right. My bad. So make sure you've got that set up. And then we gotta place all of this again. Okay. Now, the spots where you'll be placing it, it's just on top of this dirt, on top of this grass. You'll put more grass. Okay. So you can see that it's become dirt over here. So the repeater, grass, just put the grass on top again, all the way to the end. And over here with the redstone, you go up, up. Okay? Up, up. Do that for all of your dirt blocks, all the way around. If there's a piece of redstone repeater with touching something, put, like this was supposed to be grass initially, put another piece on top. Okay? It's that easy. And then, yeah. We'll go on to the next step so you don't have to figure out how to place all this wood and all the other stuff. So the noise is going to come in here initially, but it's going to come from up here. So this is backwards. Backwards. So this is where this power is going to come in. It's going to go this way. And we'll see that. We go to the next piece. Piece de resistance. Did I show you how to do this? This is a note block you got to play still. It's a C18 piano. And these repeaters you got to place. I didn't think of that one. This is a 2-tick, 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 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. And there's no repeater right there, as you can see, because it's going to be like redstone, right? Oh, you can see that right here. Redstone, redstone, redstone. Okay. So now we go to the next layer. I'm rushing, I know. And I'm hoping I'm not making mistakes while I'm rushing, I'll be honest. That's partially why I'm doing this selecting stuff. So I can make sure that what I'm selecting is correct. Okay. So, the power, like I said, gonna go from here, go down this, into the next. So, I'm going to tune them from this way going backwards, okay? Because we don't have repeaters in between anyway. So right here, we're going to stand. And we're going to go this way. And I'm not going to say what this is. You just got to look at the screen. Because honestly, I need to give my voice a small break. And I think doing it this way is going to be like a 5-minute break. Okay. Ugh. I hope that was slow enough. Otherwise, play the video at like half speed. Um. Okay. Let's. So we just ended in the back right corner over here. That is also where we are going to start the next row going the other way, because that is exactly, as you can see, 3 over there, and the ending was 17 and 15. And right here is, oh, there you go. Select it again. That's where we're gonna start. Okay, so we just placed this bottom layer with the grass as well. So you gotta extend that grass by 3. I apologize. You don't have to extend it by 3. This is where the starting signal is. So this is we're almost done. Honestly, we're almost done with copying the song into your world, building it piece by piece. The last couple layers are mainly this. And then it's that row of dirt with that little bit of dirt, the piston, a little bit more piston, and then there's the final product, which is like a button and stuff. We're almost done. We're almost there. So we're gonna start in this corner. We just extended it by 3 dirt, right? I'm gonna extend this piece of dirt up here, place it pretty easily by putting it on the side like that of the redstone. You gotta place that redstone, and from here, this is gonna be the following this wave of redstone, the wave of the sound. Okay, we're gonna follow the wave of the sound all the way to the end. Okay, it starts with a 1 for a repeater, another 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All of this is 1. As you can see, there's nothing to be tuned on the side either. We already did that. This is another 1. This keeps going all the way with the 1s until we hit the piano on the side. That is an 8. And then it becomes a 2 at the flute 17. There's a 2 repeated. Another 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Ending 5 redstone. Another 2. Another 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There's a piano of 8. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All of this is 2. 5 redstone. Another 2, 2, 2. And then there's a D8 bass and an A15 flute with a piano 6 in between. All of this is 2 again. Piano 8 in between the A3 and the B5. Or the bass 3 and the flute 5. Piano 8. Okay. 2, 2, 2. Bass 8. Piano 10. Flute 7. 2, 2, 2. Piano 11. Between the 8 and the 8. The 5 and the 8. I mean. 2, 2. 8 and 5. There's an 8 in between. 5 and 7. There's a 10 in between. The repeaters are still at 2 ticks. Piano of 11 between the bass of 11 and the flute of 8. There's another 2 and 2. Bass of, we already had that one earlier. Between the 8 and the 15, there's a piano of 6. Then we are gonna go back with the 5 redstone. A repeater of 2 with a piano of 8. The repeater of 2. Piano of 10 between the bass of 8 and the flute of 19. And there's 3 repeaters of 2 ticks, a piano of 11, 2 repeaters of 2 ticks, a piano of 8, repeater of 2 ticks, piano of 10, repeater of 2 ticks, repeater of 2 ticks, piano of 11, repeater 2, repeater 2, repeater 2, piano of 6, repeater 2, repeater 2, piano of 8, repeater 2, repeater 2, repeater 2, piano of 7, 5 redstone, repeater 2, repeater 2, repeater 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, piano of 10, repeater 2, 2, piano of 5, repeater 2, 2, piano 8, repeater 2, 2, piano of 11, repeater 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 5 redstone, a repeater of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Keeps going to 1 all the way to the end. There's 5 more redstone, a repeater of 1 again with a piano of 8, repeater of 2. Okay, so the start of this row starts with a 1 and then it goes into 2. It stays 2 for a while. There's a piano of 7, 3 after the other piano, 3 repeaters of 2, piano of 7, and then there's a repeater of 2 for a while again. And there comes a bass of 12 with a piano of 10 and a flute of 5 afterwards. So make sure that it looks like that. Repeater of 2, repeater of 2, piano of 5, repeater of 2, repeater of 2, repeater of 2, 2, and 2, and then After this piano of 5, there's 2 repeaters of 2, piano of 8, 2 repeaters of 2, piano of 8, 2 repeaters of 2, and another repeater of 2. 5 redstone, repeater of 2. All of this is to repeaters 2. Keeps going, and then when you hit the base 13, you put a piano of 8, and make sure that it's between the flute 1 base 13. Thank you for blessing me. I say that because I know someone will type bless you in the comments. Okay? So after that is a repeater of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 5 redstone, repeater of 2, piano of 5, repeater of 2, 2, 2, 2, piano of 8, between the flute of 12 and the base of 8, repeater of 2, 2, 2, 2, piano of 3, between the base of 2 and the flute of 10, repeater of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, between the base of 10 and the piano of 3, and a flute of 13, so between those two you put the piano of 3, and this is delay of 2s again, and then there's a piano of 0 between the base of 10 and the flute of 15, and after the flute of 15 there's another piano of 1, and a flute of 13, so between the flute of 15 and 13 there's a 1, and 15 and 10 there's a 0. There's a 2 tick, and it goes down here into the instant repeater all the way to the end, okay? So that's all of that. Then from here, we're going to go to that one. And as you can see, it's got all of this. This is done. We don't have any. We just finished this layer of the build. So anything that is above that layer is new. Can you see how much is above it? It's just this row of redstone. So this row of redstone this little piece of redstone, and then from right here, right, we're gonna put it all the way till we hit this repeater that is at 2 tick, right at A15 and B5. I'll go all the way over here, show you how far it goes. You see it right here, A15, B5, and this piece we're gonna put right there, redstone right on there. I'm gonna pull this along all the way to here, A15. You see that? A15, A15. You don't have to actually put the block on A15. Apparently that one isn't lined up properly, so okay. And then we're putting another piece of redstone right on top of there. Okay. That is the next step. Once you've done that step, you go back to this starting corner, you can put another piece of dirt and another piece of redstone. It's that simple. Then we're going to go to the next step. It's going to be building the loop holder. So for this, right, we're going to need a sticky piston. I don't need that. I need this. Let me do this. Okay. So I'll show you on this, right? We're going to pull this all the way over. And you can see it connects. But now we got to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Also known as it won't reach. So, what did I decide while building this? I'll show you this one. The moment I reach the top where I need to be, I'm going to put a block. So, I reach the top, put a block. The sticky piston facing away. The rest of the block on top. See, it plays. Shouldn't have connected it just yet. I'm gonna go nuts from that play while I'm trying to explain. As you can see. Okay, let me. I got it. I got it while I'm explaining. I can't have that play while I'm explaining something. Okay. So we built that. as you can see, built that. We gotta remove this part. We gotta put a sticky piston looking this way. That is gonna pull that block. Then we're gonna put dirt right here and redstone dust right there. Now we can connect it, and it'll look the same as right here. See? Exact same. And then this floating piston on the side with the lever. Yeah, that is also something we need to place. So the easiest way to place that is putting some other blocks here first, removing them, placing it, okay? Now, this block, what it's going to be doing, after we put a lever on it, apparently I don't have a lever on me. Let's get myself a lever. If we pull that block away, if the song, which is still going down there, you can see it, right? It's almost here. It's going. It's coming. It's coming. Now, it doesn't go into a block, as you can see. So it cannot update this piston that it has power. So it cannot extend because it doesn't have power. And because it doesn't extend even for a millisecond, it doesn't give this redstone power to go and restart the song from that point on, okay? So this initial part that we're starting with a button over there is not like, it doesn't fit in the loop of the song. It's completely different. So that's why we made, well, I made this setup right here so that you don't have to listen to the starting part of the loop or the song when it loops. Okay, so that's the part that you've technically been building here. You built that over there, and then this part right here, the starting area, right? So right here is just a stairway up from those 3 blocks that we placed initially. We put redstone, all the way up here. There's a repeater going that way with a 4-tick and a button. Now you can make this as far as you want. If you wanted, you could even pull it even further. Like, let's say I want to be all the way up in my showcase box right here, which is right here, right? I've built myself a box out of barriers so that if you're standing in it, you're looking down, press F1, you can actually see everything without like this layout and everything. Or if you're standing on glass, you can, the glass is obstructing. Yeah, barriers don't obstruct your vision if you're in F1 at all. So that's the nice thing. But let's say I was standing here, right? And I would have pressed the button. It needs to be right here. I can do that. That's fine. I just gotta line it up. So let's say right here, I want my button to be right there. Let's put it 1 higher so I can actually see what I'm doing, right? Okay. So right there. And then right here, we go up. Right? Now, you cannot do this. Like, there's no way to get power down there this way. But I can get my redstone signal to go this way at least, right? And at this point, I send it. I see that it stops right about here. And I put a repeater. Just a 1-tick repeater. Now it goes all the way over here. But I need to go down. So let's go down. Now this is a way of going down that you can use. If you want, you can use this as a way of making it go down. But you need to make sure that you know what you're doing with this, because if you do this the poor way, look, place this, it goes off, right? So if I put run right here now, and then put this, it's on again. And if I were to connect this redstone now to something that actually reaches a repeater going that way, you'd hear the song start playing. Well, you wouldn't because I have it off. Yeah, I'll put it on max. You would start hearing it, and I don't want to have you hearing it right now, so I need to build this the right way. First time. No mistakes possible, right? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so in theory, what I just built as an extension of what I already had, because I only had it up to this button. If I go up here now, into my hidey hole, put all my stuff away, the loop is on, press the button. Press F1, put it down, and we can listen to the song. Alright. Let me turn down the volume a little. See if I can still outspeak the song. Cannot. Alright, that should be fine. Alright. It's still pretty loud, honestly, in my OBS. Let's go there. So, this is how you build the song. I know this video took 3 hours, and I apologize for that. Yeah, I could have probably ran through it in about 30 minutes if I just flew over everything the way I did in those 5 minutes where I'm completely silent. But I felt like I needed to explain a couple things, how things work, why they work that way, what they're called, stuff like that. I apologize for it being 3 hours. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, build it in your own worlds. I'm currently, let me check, I'm about 1,000 watch hours away from being able to have membership, no, super chat, no, memberships, yeah, before I can have memberships on YouTube again. Once I have those again, you should be able to become a member to my channel for like €1, $1 a month, and that'll give you access to my Discord, where you always have, it's a public Discord, but there's a separate channel which is for subscribers on Twitch or members on YouTube, and I'll have the Lightmatica file of this entire build, this load schematic, trainer battle, right, load schematic, this entire thing. Let me move it so you can actually see it. This entire schematic, it'll be in that chat, it'll be pinned in that Discord channel for all of you to download, but that's only after I get my memberships. If you want to get it before YouTube has memberships and you don't want to follow the actual tutorial and build it, you just want to get this Lightmatica schematic or the actual world edit schematic, you can go to my Twitch channel and press subscribe. It'll give you access to the same chat channel in my Discord server. It might take a couple hours to register that you subscribed though, just FYI. And while you're there, while you're subscribing to my Twitch, please do leave a follow. I'm planning on streaming again on Twitch, but I'm not sure when I'll start that because I still have a day-to-day job at this point. I can't make enough money off of YouTube or Twitch, so yeah. Appreciate any and all feedback. I don't think I can do many more of these song note block videos unless River wants to sit down and help me figure out sheet music and music theory again, because they single-handedly, I shouldn't say he, I don't know the gender, they single-handedly took sheet music, literal sheet music of this song, and turned it into what you're hearing in the background. So let me show you the actual screen that he saw, well, that they saw. I'm too used to saying he when I think of people, that they use to make notes for Minecraft. Now, Minecraft doesn't, you can't just put this into a note block. There is no violin. There is a piano, but this is left-handed, this is right-handed, and then let me quickly go and note block on the Minecraft wiki. Right, Minecraft wiki. This is what they reference, right? They're referencing it as this is a piano, but a piano has 88 something keys. This isn't 88 keys. This is like 27? What is it? Let me count. 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. It's 30 keys out of an 88 key keyboard. So you do not know what note makes what sound exactly. So he had to figure out, my bad, they had to figure out which instrument of these, like, yes, it says range over here, so they had to use the range that the wiki might have given them, and there's no range on snare drums, there's no range on the hi-hat, there's no range on the kick. So just use all of this information that they could get, go into the game, place these things, put all 25 possible notes, right? And listen, and then go back and create it. So let me see if I have it in this world. Let me unload that before it starts lagging me. So you can see it already over here. This world has giant constructions. So this is something we tried initially, but I was just building, and they were trying to like input it. It didn't sound right. After a while, we got to like 40 chords in, and we gave up. We gave up on this. I had already built a loop into it and everything. We gave up on it. No, it wasn't worth it. We found someone else that made a similar thing, but as you can see, this one is even bigger. Even bigger. And it didn't sound right. It didn't sound correct. Like, we didn't like the way it sounded compared to ours. We had someone give us a Noteblock Studio file. Right here it says Noteblock Studio. We looked at this, and you can see how long it is. Those are different songs built by someone else that I will not take credit for any of that. But this is Noteblock Studio, right? It came all the way down here. This is like 300 blocks long for something someone gave us. They were like, yeah, isn't this the right song? Now, they just, I don't know how, I think they got a MIDI file or something from the song and threw it into Noteblock Studio thinking it would be nice. It didn't sound nice. It just doesn't sound nice. So this is what we initially started with, having built this. Now, this is River God on Twitch. they figured out the entire song. Like we would put a button right here, we'd play it, and we'd go ear by ear. We'd listen. Well, they'd listen. But they did this in Noteblock Studio. I do have to say, but they were reading the sheet music, right? They were reading this and going, all right, in Noteblock Studio, let me listen to the right song, right sound. Because we figured out Noteblock Studio would make it easier, right? We were initially doing all of this on a actual server. Like I was hosting a server for them to join and help me with it. We were trying to build this on a server, like figure it out together, one at a time. What noise do we need? What noises do we need? And it was just getting tedious. I'll just say it that way. Tedious is the least I can freaking say about it. But they took it to Noteblock Studio by themselves. This opened on a different, like on the side, Noteblock Studio on this side, and they just started going at it. And after a while, they got through the entire 4 pages. I think it's 4 pages of this. And then they just gave it to me, the Noteblock Studio file, and they were like, yo, please make it usable, make it something we can actually have people build in Minecraft. So I took Noteblock Studio, made it generate this, right? But this is huge. Like you gotta, if this song starts and you're standing like somewhere around here, you start it right here. Let's say you press a button. You're standing right here. You press a button. These blocks will make noise, but their sound only goes 48 blocks. Okay, 48. Yeah, let's visualize that for you. Right here, block 1. That is 25 blocks. That is 46 blocks. That's 49 blocks. Okay, so if I'm standing here, right, at where the button is, and my song's over there, I can no longer hear it. The moment it goes past that block, so I can hear these notes, but I can't hear this part of the chord. So this entire area of the song, I wouldn't be able to hear. Now, if you're gonna say like, oh, well, just stand in the middle, okay, that's possible, but you gotta run. You gotta run all the way over. So what did I do? I took this and I cut it up in pieces and I stitched it together in 3 layers like this, with my loop built into it so that it works. Because as you can see right here, in the sheet music, credits to Junichi Musada and Yumena Fufe for making the sheet music. There's a symbol right here, squiggly line with a line through it, and right here at the end it says some stuff. This means it loops, so it ends right here with this, and then it loops back to this, and it does that if you were to play it on this site, which I can't because it's most likely a copyrighted song. I'll be honest, it's Pokemon. Nintendo copyrights everything. It'll loop back once, I think. Now, in theory, yes, I could make this, once it's triggered, trigger this to pull out and stay out until you press the button again to push it back in. That's not like difficult, honestly. Like the fact that it's on right now to keep it there and then off. Okay, trigger this once, make a special system, make it so it repeats once. Like that is something anyone should be able to add pretty easily to it. Okay, that doesn't take a lot of redstone knowledge to figure out how to add that, as long as you have space. Now, I gave you the sky. Okay, this entire thing, it's, I can actually check it in the schematic load. It is 48 by 14 by 35. Okay, that means if you press the button right here, you should still be able to hear notes that are coming from below you, even if they're coming from all the way down here. You should still be able to hear it. This means that you can listen to this song the entire time. Now, this is the material list that I got for myself, because you never know where I'm gonna build this, right? So what we'll do in a Academy server, because there's a new mod pack out, it's called Cobblemon Academy, and the moment this updates to where it has servers possible, because there's a bug in 101, can't actually have a host a server right now. The moment it updates, we'll probably end up building a gym right on top of this. Now, it just needs this layer. It just needs the layer of air. Now, preferably, you don't cut that, because it won't play it. So, you gotta work around that one. But aside from that, same here. Gotta work around it. Can't cut that. All right. As long as you don't cut those. Don't cut those lines. You can have what pretty simply looks like a rock in the middle of a gym. Just hide it. If need be. And make a wall over here or something. I don't know. You can hide a lot of stuff in Minecraft pretty easily. Okay? Don't be discouraged. And just build a gym right here. You can go, and this is the nice part that I should go back to the let me go back to proper sound. Yeah, so you can do all of that, but let me show you over here what I meant with you can hear it pretty well. 48 blocks, I told you, right? Still going. Because it's looping, by the way. If I'm standing right here, I'm standing on 123 Y level. Yeah? The bottom of this system with songs is at 103. So I'm 20 blocks above it, and I could hear the entire thing play perfectly. What does that mean? It means that if I'm making a gym, even if I were to build it right on this layer, right, and have my button to start it right here in the wall, and have a lever sticking out right here to turn it on and off, right? Nothing and nobody, the lever with the sign above it, loop, button right here. You can even pull this button all the way this way and place it next to this lever. Just have it sit right there. Well, is that possible? Let me do the math in my head. Yes. Oh wait, I don't want to get in trouble with Nintendo. So as you can see, you can pretty easily pull a redstone signal from a button separately from a lever. So the lever would go to this guy to make sure it doesn't repeat, or it does, whatever you want. Right now it's repeating. Now it's not repeating. And this, you just guide it all the way there with repeaters. It doesn't matter if you're using repeaters at the start, because it's the start of the song. It's the start. Heck, if you want, make instant repeaters. Just have this in a wall over here. Go all the way, just like down here, all the way over here, until you get a signal pulse into that thing. Song starts. button. Press the button. Starts playing. You have a gym right up above with a loop button, yes or no, and a song start button. And it's split right next to each other. Redstone is not that complicated. On that note, I am ending this video because I need to throw it through my editor because otherwise, editing software, I mean, otherwise I cannot upload it on YouTube because I'm pretty sure this file is huge right now. Let me actually check. It's currently 0 KB. Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 30 KB when I'm done here. I mean 30 gigabytes. All right. I don't know why I have that PNG. Oh, it's because my last video was that. All right. See y'all. Hope you enjoyed. See y'all maybe in the next video or on stream. See ya.